A third of Canadians rent their homes, many of them from large corporate landlords. A new CBC investigation looked at some of them and found it's not just buyers who should beware. Here's Marketplace co-host Tom Harrington.
They're popping up all over Canada, signs for a new rental company called Starlight. But some tenants, such as Jennifer McWaters, think it's just a new name hiding a troubled past. Her family rented a townhouse in this complex almost 2 years ago. Soon after moving in, water started pooling in the basement and mold began to grow. For months, the landlord didn't repair the problem, so she called Ottawa's public health department. The city told the landlord to fix it.
So they came out and they took the walls down and they leaned them up against this wall. And they left it here for about 4 months. It makes me angry. I mean, it's a lot of money. We pay an equivalent of a mortgage.
Her rent checks at the time were going to a company called Transglobe, one of the country's biggest landlords, with more than 400 properties and tens of thousands of renters. Marketplace contacted tenants living in BC, Alberta, Ontario, Quebec, and Nova Scotia. And they told us about a range of issues with Transglobe buildings. But the company continued to thrive until last year, when its founder, Daniel Drimmer, sold the majority of it to a new venture called Transglobe REIT, or Real Estate Investment Trust.
This is a company which is structured not to provide good quality affordable housing for low moderate income households. It's a company that's structured in order to provide a maximum return to the investors.
4 years ago, Nadira Singh thought she'd found what she'd been looking for. With rent just under $900 a month, this one-bedroom apartment was affordable for herself and her 2 kids. The building was owned by Transglobe at the time.
When everything was so spick and span, was no sign of any holes or any problems.
Wow. But a severe leak in the building's roof is creating a flood of unsolved problems.
They have a big hole up there.
Right. How long has that been like that?
But 3 years, 3.5 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Nadira Singh's building is now owned by Transglobe REIT, and it says upgrades have begun, including hers. And what about Daniel Drimmer? Well, he still has a 20% share in the REIT, and he's created Starlight, the new rental company that owns that Ottawa complex. Mr. Drimmer declined to talk to Marketplace. Tom Harrington, CBC News, Toronto.